Hello, my name is Tim Hearn from Working Hypnosis, and today I'd like to talk to you about a simple process that you can do on your own at home that can help to alleviate stress and anxiety. It's a very simple approach. It's a breathing method and it's called the 7-11 technique. And the essence of it is simply to breathe in through the nose to the count of 7 and to exhale, to breathe out through the mouth to the count of 11. Now, the numbers themselves are not especially important because we all breathe and we all count at different rates and speeds. But the essence is that you breathe out for substantially longer than you've taken to breathe in. So I would recommend that you breathe in through the nose and you breathe in diaphragmatically, which basically means you're looking for your belly to expand first rather than your chest to rise. And when you exhale, then I suggest that maybe if you keep your mouth almost closed so that there's a bit of resistance, so you're sort of almost like sighing, sort of a and that's going to help to slow down. It's going to provide a bit of resistance so that your outward breath takes longer to finish than your inward breath. And that's the essence of this approach. We need to be breathing out for longer than the inward breath. Now, I would recommend or suggest that you could try and do it for 3 or 4, even 5 minutes at a time. Every day would be great. Twice a day would be even better. By doing it on a regular basis, you're going to progressively reduce that arousal level of your body. But also, it can be used as a sort of form of first aid for anxiety or stressful situations. So maybe if you are someone that suffers from panic attacks, or you can see the signs of anxiety creeping on, then use this as early as you can. Use it as a sort of a stepping stone to bring your breathing under control. Now, when we have a panic attack or are suffering from anxiety, our body triggers that fight or flight response, which is basically our body preparing to physically fend off some dangerous threat or perceived threat, or alternatively to have the energy and the strength to run away from it as fast as we can. And to facilitate that, our body increases the amount of oxygen that we need in our body to power those muscles. Now, if we aren't consuming that oxygen by having some kind of physical exertion, then that tends to cause hyperventilation. So essentially we're getting too much oxygen in our body, and that upsets the balance between the carbon dioxide, which is what we breathe out when we breathe, and of course the oxygen we're breathing in. And that imbalance causes a number of blood vessels to constrict, and this can inhibit the way that the oxygen moves around the body. So even though we're taking on more oxygen than we would do ordinarily, the actual transportation of that oxygen isn't very efficient. And so we begin to feel the physical symptoms of anxiety. And maybe that's sweaty or clammy hands. We can feel our heart beating faster because it's trying to work harder to get that oxygen to the right places. Or maybe our thinking becomes vague, and sometimes we can even begin to feel dizzy. So if we can implement this breathing technique at those times when we most need it, at the point of our anxiety starting, then we can intervene and we can make a progressive inroad into stopping that from developing into a full panic attack. But I would suggest to start with, we practice it when we're in a situation when we're not under threat. To find yourself somewhere quiet to do this for 4 or 5 minutes at a time. So I highly recommend this and suggest that maybe you have a play around with it, see how you get on. And if you fancy giving me some feedback, I'd love to hear from you. I hope it helps you very much. And thanks for listening. Take care and see you again very soon. Thank you.